What up? Let's get to it. So basically, the Minnesota Vikings' top three candidates for the defensive coordinator position are gone. Only one remaining, but the chances for the Vikings acquiring him, being able to hire him even being available, is slim to none, heavy. That's Brian Flores. Probably the top candidate for the Arizona Cardinals position, dig me. Now, this has been a coaching carousel for the Vikings. A long process, right? Trying to find the right guy. And yes, we talked about how the Vikings were taking their time going through the process, trying to get the right guy in the building, right? But now you ask yourself, did they take too long? Are they taking too long trying to find the perfect guy? You see all the other teams seeing who they want, going to get that man, going to get that guy, bringing him in the building. But the Vikings being patient, taking their time. But has it backfired on them? They had a chance to hire Sean Desai, not only this year, but last year. You see what happened with him. Gave him an interview. Wanted to wait for Flores. Wanted to wait for Ivero. And Sean Desai said, hey, I'm out of here, man. I'm no longer waiting. Now he's a candidate for the Broncos job. See how it goes sometimes? The Vikings have to be dialed in, Kwesi and O'Connell. All three candidates, two gone. The Carolina Panthers snatched Ivero up. Oh yeah, snatched him up, man. Ivero gave it no time, no chances, and they paid the man the guapino heavy. Now you talk about why guys may not want the Vikings position. We talk about the roster, the personnel, a lot of veterans who need to go, knowing the Vikings who may not go, may still be on the team next year, which will be a major problem. But is that the reason coaches don't want to come coach for the Vikings? It's not really an attractive job as far as personnel, right? A defensive coordinator wouldn't look at the roster and say, hey, man, you know, this is a roster I can work with. Players who can play at an elite level next year. You know what I'm saying? Players that I can win with. Heavy. Now, the Vikings still have rookies, young players who are unproven. Got to come in next year, see how they do, see how they perform. Some promising players, man. Guys like a Caleb Evans, Andrew Booth. But that's only if they can be healthy. So a coach like Ivero, he looks at the Panthers, a much better roster, more younger, promising players who are healthy, who have played, guys like J.C. Horn, etc. So of course a defense like the Panthers would be more attractive, right? To a defensive coordinator, man. But the Vikings are now in a tough situation. What will they do? Who will they pick? Or would they be left with no options and have to hire Pettin? Me personally, I don't want to see Mike Pettin as the defensive coordinator. Hell no. He was on the squad last year. The defense was piss poor last year, and he was part of the process, right? He was part of the team, part of that defense, man. So I think they would resort to Mike Pettin as the last choice if they have no other choices. But they are definitely running out of options. Now you got to ask yourself, why don't coaches want to come to the Vikings and be a defensive coordinator? That's what it comes down to. Then you got Brian Flores, last man standing, but he's a finalist for the Arizona Cardinals job, right? Oh yeah, deserving and probably will get the job. So once again, have the Vikings done their research? So once again, do the Vikings have any other candidates on the table if Brian Flores falls through and it doesn't work out? Only one man left, man. And if Brian Flores accepts the Cardinals job, head coaching job, man, then the Vikings are in a real bind heavy. Now, is there other people they could look at? Of course. The coach from Wisconsin, he looks like he would be a good fit, potentially. But will he be available? But will he want to come coach for the Vikings? That's the big question. It's a reason these guys are taking themselves out of the race or choosing other jobs, etc. But the Vikings' top three only left with one, man. So what will they do? How will they adapt? Or will they just go with Mike Pettin? A simple decision. The easiest decision, right? If everything else falls through. This is where you talk about, man, preparation, attacking. You know, sometimes the Vikings get lackadaisical. We even saw it on the football field with their players, with their coaches. Something they have to change heavy ASAP. They got to be more aggressive, man, in every situation, off the field and on the field, period. But let me know your thoughts, your opinions, man. How do you feel about the defensive coordinator position for the Vikings? Who do you think it will be? Why are so many guys turning it down? Why is the job not attractive as some of the other jobs in the NFL? I think bottom line, The biggest reason is personnel, man, and the lack of personnel, the number of unproven players that the Vikings have. Yeah, they could be good, they should be good, they have potential, but they haven't proven anything. And injuries suck, man. So that's my take, my opinion on it. The Vikings have a real dilemma on their hands. Which way will they go? How will they adapt? And at the end of the day, who will be the defensive coordinator for the Vikings? We shall see, man. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you know when I'm on and rock and rolling, man, heavy. Once again, feedback is much appreciated. Big SKOL here. SKOL forever, man. Let's get to it. Oh, me. I ain't got no picture, hit me. SKOL like that. Heavy.